I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alert, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. It's morning. Good morning. Konnichiwa. What's up, Minae-san? Welcome and good to see you. How are you? That feels good, actually. You. Hey, did coming in for the first snipe. Congratulations. You only sniped it one time. I am excited to see like the first 𝕮𝖆𝖙 stack up and rack up to where the numbers start to become a little bit more significant. Because right now it's like a 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3. Yeah, no, we haven't quite gotten there yet. But once we get into like the 10s, you know, the 50s, and then like the 100s, like once we start racking those numbers up, the competition is going to get a little bit more serious and a little bit more intense, and I'm excited for that one. Welcome, Fated. Welcome, Potain. Hello, Salmon. Good morning, Fated. Again. Hello, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hello, Irasto, Rita from the purple site. More night, Minarat. That one got cut off for some reason. Good morning, Irasto, Rita from the green side. Goose morning, Minarat. My bad. And Irasto, Rita from the red side. Goose morning, Minarat. Yeah, so the hard part about the drawing setup is that like my drawing tablet is in front of the bottom portion of my normal monitor, so I can't see the bottom portion of my normal monitor. So when which is where my chat is, like my chat widget, so I can't see what the fuck I'm typing. That is like the only downside to my drawing setup. Otherwise, it's very comfortable. I can see most of what I need. The only portion is like I can't see what I'm typing in the chat widget. Ward, good morning. Hello, welcome in 3 times. Hello, good morning. Fuck you, Fated. I know I'm not muted. I think I can't trust you. Here's the thing, if you want to pull the wool over my eyes, you got to build up a little bit of reputation, right? There's got to be contrast about when I can trust you and when I can't, because otherwise I just don't trust you 100% of the time because you let me down 100% of the time. Now, if you build up a little bit of repertoire, if you build up a little bit more of a rapport every once in a while, like, okay, maybe I'll let my guard down. You know what? Maybe Fated's actually correct this time. You know what? Maybe Fated's actually telling the truth this time. So that the next time, when you want to pull a little sneaky on me, I'm not 100% doubtful immediately off the bat, right? You gotta strike a little bit of balance. If you want to be believable, you gotta have a reason to be believable. Yes. That's how that goes. I don't trust you for shit with anything. The only thing I can trust you is with that good morning, how are you doing today comment with those 3 emojis, and that's it. That's all I trust you with. Anything else? Alright, what are we doing today? I have started scheduling art streams to where I just kind of like go online and do whatever needs to be done for the day. Because like, what needs to be done can very much change like throughout over the course of a day. So it's very difficult to on Sunday night be like, hey, I want to do this on Friday morning, and then between then there's like 5 whole days that art deadlines can change, that goals can change, that new projects can come in. Fun fact, actually, I'm a little bit in panic mode right now. Well, not in panic mode. Like, I don't have a reason to panic. I'm just kind of psyching myself out, honestly. I had singing lessons yesterday. And my vocal coach wants me to start recording my second cover 2 weeks earlier. I'm honored and I'm flattered that he has confidence in me to do that, to think that I'm ready now versus when I thought I would be ready, because normally we would spend like 3 months on a song. and then we'd record, and then it would take a month to, do the mixing, the vocal editing, and then the music video. Although last time it was a little bit rushed because I wanted it in time for my birthday, so this time it'll probably take a month and a half maybe for that. But this time, he did psych me out a little bit yesterday because he's just like, "No, I think you're ready now with this song that you're working on. Just a little bit of fine tuning, fine tweaking." And so we got he wants me to start the recording, pretty much now. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting this one. I'm not ready. But after calming down a little bit, I think he's right. I think I am ready. I'm just kind of psyching myself out to be like, I wasn't expecting this for another 2 more weeks, but now I gotta figure out recording again. Do I want to do it on app? Do I want to do it on PC? Do I want him to listen to it first before I send it off? All of that fun stuff. If I do want to do it in a recording studio, do I gotta rent one out? Can I hang some blankets around my apartment and try to wing it at home again? Because the first cover for Inferior, I actually recorded it at home in my apartment, and if you listen back carefully, you can kind of hear where I'm muting myself just a little bit, where I'm trying to bring down the volume to avoid bothering the fuck out of my neighbor. You could actually kind of hear some of the notes where I'm just like, the volume down, down the Rita, volume down. So I don't think it sounds bad, especially with my noise cancellation mic. It's really good at blocking out the trains and blocking out any of the sound that may bounce around my. It's a singular room, but it's a very large room, so there's a lot of space for the sound to bounce around in. But luckily my mic doesn't pick stuff up that travels from far away. It's very unless my mouth is basically boarding the damn thing, it's not gonna pick it up with those settings. But again, the big thing I'm worried about is just bothering the fuck out of my neighbor. I did get some. Well, it's not soundproofing panels, and it's not sound absorption foam either. It's kind of this in between. How do I explain it? It's hard. It's not a soft foam. It's a hard fabric. I don't know how to explain it. But it is these little panels. That they are solid, but when you touch them, they feel. The texture is soft, but the form is hard, I think is the best way I can explain it. The texture itself is soft, but the form is hard, and it's supposed to reduce a little bit of echo. It's supposed to do a little bit of sound absorption, and I have that on half of the wall that I share with my neighbor, and so far I think it's been going okay. I think it hasn't, obviously it's not gonna soundproof anything, but I was hoping at least it could maybe bring down the decibels just a little bit between our wall. I was thinking of doing actual soundproof foam, so I can do a checkered board pattern between a hard panel and then a foam panel, and then a hard panel and then a foam panel, and then hopefully maybe that'll make that wall a little bit more tolerable. And then maybe during cover recording, I could hang some blankets or clothes or other fabric just around the general recording space to help sound just be a little bit crisper. Ideally, I would like to go to a recording studio because, in my area, or in Tokyo in general, if you have a really good look, they're cheap as fuck. It's 700 yen for an hour. You walk in there. If I want to do for the single rooms anyway, if you're a musician with drums and a guitar, you're gonna, bump up the price a little bit. Because some of them even have musical instruments right there, right in the rental room. But I don't need that. I just need to get in there. I need to sing and I need to get out. That's it. That's all I need to do. I don't need to play music. It's all gonna be in my headphones. The only problem with that is, as much as I would like to go to a recording studio, is that I don't have anything to record with when I go to a recording studio. Because I need something that I can pick up and take with me to the studio, record there, and then take that back. Right now, my recording is, well, Audacity. Like, what else are you gonna do? It's not horrible. Like, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about using Audacity for recording, especially covers, but was it Meiko Yanagi, my vocal mixer from last time? I'm planning to come crawling back to them again for the second cover as well. They said that, like, you know, it's not bad. It does the job. It is the cheaper option, and the audio quality isn't the best, but, like, it'll do. It'll do, Donkey. It'll do. It's enough for, you know, the indie level fucking around finding out that I'm doing, right? It's enough. But Audacity is only available on PC. Like, not on Android, not on Apple. It's not an app that I can download to a portable device and take into a recording studio. It is available only on my giant monster of a PC that is Totemo, not portable, right? So I don't know kind of what my best option is whether I should invest in a laptop so that I could do recording on the laptop, and then, like, you know, portable. And the thing is, like, if I invest in a laptop, I'd be able to stream off of the laptop occasionally as well. So I would be able to stream even when I'm on the road, which, like, yeah, you know, maybe that is an okay investment on my money, but I really don't want to do that. One, because they're expensive, and two, it's like, how much am I really gonna get out of this thing? If I spend, like, I don't know, $700 USD to buy one, I don't even know how much a good streaming laptop would cost. It's like, how much use per money, like, these units, how much use per money am I gonna get out of this if I do invest in it? Do I really need it? Because I have a tablet. It's not an iPad, because fuck Apple products forever and for always. I have a Lenovo tablet, so all Android apps are available to me. And then, you know, I do have two phones, one, you know, for my daily life, and then another one that we had when I used in America, and it was just a cheap phone that I kept. It was like $30. Brandy boy, good morning, welcome and good to see you. How are you? So I do have two phones that I can, like, record with. And the thing is, with my microphone, it does have USB-C. So I can have my mic, like my quality, like, not phone speaker microphone plugged in there. And, you know, record with, like, a professional, like, sound input thing. Two phones? Yeah, I have, like, my one normal one. I have, like, my one normal one, which is I actually use for, like, everything like a normal phone. And then I have, like, the cheapest bottom of the barrel Walmart phone that it was like $30. It was like $30. Yeah, that's basically what it's for. Because when I went back to the US, we just bought, like, a limited 1 month SIM card on the cheapo phone, and that's what I used while I was in the US. And so I'm probably just gonna keep that phone around, and then I'm just gonna use it every time I go to America, and then we can just, you know, exchange cheapo SIM cards into it. So I have two phones, but, like, the second one is like it's this cheapo bottom of the barrel $30 thing that was temporary, supposed to serve me for 2 weeks. That's it. I was like, I have its corpse. Like, it's not connected to anything. There's no card in it, anything. It expired. Like, it doesn't. The only thing it has is Wi-Fi to my home Wi-Fi, and that's it. Like, it's a corpse. I have a phone, and I have a phone corpse. That's it. That's all I got. But the issue. So one potential solution would be to, like, record on my tablet with my. I'll bring in my microphone, and I'll bring in my tablet into the recording studio to do the cover. Pokemon Go's second account phone, that was on my tablet, actually. I stopped playing Pokemon Go after they introduced the Dynamax shit, and I'm just like, nope, this is too much. Like, that is too much time investment for a silly little game. I will keep my account open and I will log back in if there's ever anything that's purely Pokemon Go exclusive, but like, nah, I'm done. This Dynamax crap is boring. Like, you couldn't get rid of your stupid Stardust, so you weren't able to compete in more challenges, and I'm just like, this is annoying. This is annoying. Like, this is like not a feature that makes it no longer fun. So I used to play Pokemon Go. I used to play Pokemon Go really hard because in Tokyo, getting raids together, really easy. Like, you just go to a Shinjuku, a Shibuya, or an Ikebukuro, you find a raid of a Pokemon you want, and then boom, you got 20 people in the raid room instantly. So I loved playing Pokemon Go in the big city, but after they introduced the Dynamax bullshit, I'm just like, nah, I'm done. I'm done. This is getting intolerable. The dailies are getting way too long. Couldn't handle it. But the problem of getting, I ignore DMAX for the most part. Yeah, I think most people do. I really don't know anyone who's actually invested in the DMAX part of it. Is that I don't know of a good app to download on the tablet for recording. Like, I had a bunch of people, like, there are definitely a lot of apps that record audio. Like, obviously. Like, they're a dime a dozen. I want an app like Audacity where I can record, mix, and match multiple tracks at once. Because when I'm recording, I'll do like a couple of takes of like a verse or a part, and then from those 5 takes, I'll pick the best one, and then I'll sing the second one, and then I'll find the best takes for that, and then I'll sing the third one, and then I'll come back and re-listen to the first, the second, and the third one, and be like, does this sound good together? And then maybe I'll do another retake, and then there's ad-libs and all of that fun stuff. So there's like the main vocal line, there's like the ad-libs in there, there's harmonies if I need it, and I think I will need them for this song. I think I will need the harmonies. So I want an app where I can see all of the individual like tracks and work on them simultaneously. And so far, I don't know of an app that does that. I don't know of an Android app that will function as Audacity. So I'm either stuck at home and trying to soundproof my home, which is insane because it's one very large room where the sound echoes and bounces and annoys the fuck out of my neighbor. And the recording on my big computer at home. Or what I really want to do is I want to go to the recording studio, like a professional soundproofed one where I can sing my heart out and not worry about bugging the fuck out of anyone. And actually like really put in the power on it. But I don't have anything portable to take to the studio to record on. So that's kind of my like 6-7 hand motion. I'm like, what should I do here? Because the first one I recorded at home. The inferior cover I recorded at home. I tried to hang blankets up around. It worked decently, but like there were still points in the song where it got really, really loud, where I'm just like muffling myself, and you can even kind of hear it. You can hear it. Like, if I don't point it out, maybe you won't be able to hear it. But if I point it out, you'll be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you, like, suppress your volume in this one. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Like, if it's a really intense part of the song or an intense song in general, I really do want to be able to, like, go all out and get, like, full volume on the recording part. So that's kind of what I'm at right now. So my vocal instructor said he wants me to record my second cover 2 weeks earlier than anticipated, and I'm like, thanks for the vote of confidence, but there is a technical issue that comes in that. And now I'm like, do I wanna invest in a laptop just so I can go out and record, and just so I can have a backup for portable streaming? Because if I do portable streaming, I'm gonna do a PNG tuber. Like, I'm not weighing that thing down in VTube Studio because, you know, little old lady, she's had enough. She's had enough. Like, she was 5 years old. She was 5 years old. She's had enough. And that's kind of what I'm at right now. It's like, do I want to do a laptop? I don't want to spend my money on a laptop if all I'm going to be using it for is a recording session every 3 months. You know? You know? You know? Yeah, no? Yeah. That's the haps. Let's see, any other updates that I've had in my life. Any updates that I had in my life. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? Are you guys alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic? I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Chromebooks start around $200. I saw the pop-up, but thank you for the biddies, Fated. See, the thing about Chromebooks is, can I stream off of a Chromebook? Is it like, can a Chromebook run OBS and a game? Can they do that? Because, like, if I do get a laptop, I might as well go in and get one that can also function as a portable setup, so I can, like, stream on the road, which could be really fun. Like, if I end up traveling to some prefecture in Japan, and then later at night at the hotel, I'll be like, check out all of these snacks I got. This is what I did. Blah, 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 blah. Now, it could be a fun stream to do, but, like, am I really gonna shill out for a computer that can do that for a once-in-a-blue moon kind of usage situation? Because if I'm at home, I'm not gonna be using the laptop. I have my Beast, right? Like, why the hell would I be using a laptop if I have my Beast? Probably not, but it can run Audacity. Maybe. I was like, am I gonna shill out $200 so that I can use Audacity once every 3 months? You know? Am I really gonna shill out 200 USD just to use Audacity every 3 months? Yes. Look, I know you guys are willing to fund me, but there's, like, you know, we have a very unique situation where there's a little bit of a blockage here. Because, like, something I left out is that I do have a laptop. However, it is a 11-year-old laptop that was made in Korea. It works. I will turn it on and the screen will turn on and I can browse YouTube on it. But that's about it. It is a slow turtle of a grandmother. Maybe if Audacity is light enough, maybe I can use that laptop, because sometimes when I don't feel like coming downstairs, I'll watch, like, movies on that laptop upstairs. But it is slow. I'm not sure if it'll be able to even pull Audacity. It's something worth trying, maybe. Maybe. It's 11 years old, for shit's sake. Stop talking about my internet. How are you doing? Are you floating out there? But it can run Live 2D. My computer can't even do that. The laptop? No. The laptop can't run Live 2D. I'm on the Beast right now. I'm on the desktop Beast right now. I'm on the absolute monster at the moment. That's what all the Live 2D is on. We're good. Water flows as quickly as it goes. Okay, as long as the water is moving. Mom's birthday later. Happy birthday, Mama. I hope you enjoy the swimming pool trip. Happy birthday, Wharf Mama. I would sing you a song, but I didn't soundproof the room. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So, like, my vocal coach wants me to start recording the cover 2 weeks earlier, and now I'm like, oh man, what's the best way to go about it? I wasn't expecting to problem solve this problem for another 2 weeks, so the deadline kind of got pushed up a little bit, and I'm like, okay, now what? What do? I think I might try to record something on the Korean laptop. I don't know, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be able to pull Audacity. If it works, it works. It works. And then maybe transfer the Audacity files to the Beast and then render them out on the Beast. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But like, ideally, I would like to go to a recording studio. Does anyone know of an app that lets me see the individual tracks of what I'm recording? Because like, if I can find an app I can just take my tablet. My tablet is like a really... the Lenovo is pretty strong. Like, it can do that. It can do some big girl jobs, for sure. The only problem is I don't know of an app that will let me see all the individual tracks for recording. That's the only thing I don't got. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, looks like we're on a bit of a time crunch today. Something just came up. Alright, GarageBand can't... what is... It's an Apple-only app, isn't it? Isn't GarageBand only an Apple thing? Anyways, just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thank you for the lurk, Artsan. Okay. Alright, we are a bit on a time crunch today. Something just came up, fuck damn it. Alright, I guess we better get into it. Wait, is that today? Why is it today? What the fuck are they doing? Okay. Why is it today? Alright, alright, jump into it. Jump into it. We are on a time crunch now, apparently. It might be I haven't used it since school and they had iMacs in the lab. Yeah, so like usually they put the iMacs. I'm pretty sure GarageBand is an Apple-only thing. Unfortunately. Alright, kanji. I need to do kanji today. We're doing kanji. We don't need to edit the room, because I think solid. The room's done. Rita emotes? No, I haven't had emotes on my to-do list in freaking years. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you on about? I haven't had emotes on my to-do list in years. Besides, didn't you get those HORSE? You can use those as emotes. You can use those as emotes. The horse font. You can use that. Alright. Alright, kanji. I got 16 reviews today, potentially 18 here in about 14 minutes. They're not appearing? Why not? They're right there. Yeah, they're right there. Oh, yeah. So I guess if you... yeah, so name change, remember. They're Irasto now. Irasto 1. Irasto 1. I changed my username. There you go. Thank you, mod. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, so I got a new prefix on the emotes. There you go. Alright, rake measure. It is resistant to getting measured, so you gotta tie it down. A mouth, horn, angel, the blooms and blossoms, sa. I don't know, I just remembered that one. This one means to dance, right? Odo, dance, to shine. I think some people will know this one is kagayaku. Kagayaku, and koki is brightness. Koki. Alright, that was 5. A couple more batches. So the level of brightness is just brightness. I'm on mobile and I was picking favorites emo. Okay, so like you probably just have them like default saved to degen. Nah, it's Irasto 1 now after the name change. Changed all of my prefixes, yes. But the 7 TV ones should be the same. I didn't touch those. I probably should. But I haven't touched those. Okay. Kido. Oh, bright, no. Kido. My bad. Kido. And then big hemp is cannabis. If you ever want to know how to say this. Taima.
Taima.
I forgot this one. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Oh, freaking hell. What is this one? Let's see. Flowers on the right of the heart. A mass? Attract. Okay. What was the mnemonic for this one? If you stick some flowers to the right lapel and bare your heart to someone, you'll be sure to attract them. It's important that the flowers be on the right, otherwise they might block all the attractive energy pouring out of your heart, which is hopefully on your left. Okay. Hopefully that'll help me remember. Okay, attract. And when you attract someone, you attract some heat into your cheeks. This is rather or other. Considerably. It's just an alligator. Considerably. And this one is kana, right? Nari. Damn it. This head of plant? Earnings. Oh, that's the house. Okay. Earnings. You earn enough to save up for a car. Alright, 6 more. A refreshing wind is a cool breeze. Ryofu. This one you just gotta memorize.
Ryofu.
Awareru. This one is to be wild. Awareru. Areru. Man! I could have sworn there was a wa in there. It's just areru.
Areru.
Areru. Cooking is kitchen work? The cooking thing is kitchen work. Suiji.
Suiji.
Suiji. A rice cooker! You don't need to cheat on the rice cooker. Suihanki.
Suihanki.
Suihanki, my beloved. Sagi. Is this just fraud? Sagi.
Sagi.
Yes. Okay, I got that one. That one just means fraud. Okay, one more. Self-cooking is cooking for yourself. Cooking for self. Jisui.
Jisui.
It's really difficult to type because, like, my keyboard is down here, but I have to look up. So my typing position is very unnatural with my drawing setup right now. Okay. Okay, that's it. I will do the new vocabulary at a different time. We'll work on that later. Gosh, okay, let's get to the art, shall we? Ah, whoops, my bad. Didn't mean to turn the music off. Okay, we have our music in there. I'm probably not gonna open the room today. Because, like, the damn thing came up and we're probably gonna have to leave in 2 hours anyway, so we're just gonna enjoy the music from the room right now, but I'm probably not gonna open it for visitation today. Good morning. Okay. I was really hoping to get all of the arms done today, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen. We got some sensors because I did get knocked for my thumbnail last time. So we do need to keep the sensors on there, even though it's a Ken doll smooth dude. I did get knocked a little bit for it last time. This man has a threatening aura. Is it because he's presenting his chompers out for the world to see? I'm proud of those teeth. Those teeth look really nice. And I took his tail away as well. For now, just so that I can see. Okay, that's the dud. Okay, position 1. The arm can stay where it is. Upper arm. I'm probably going to at least get the sketches today. He looks like he'd eat steak in one go. He probably could. Or tear it apart with the champas. One whole swallow. It's probably one whole swallow. Alright, arm 1. This is probably gonna be a sketching stream. I'm probably gonna give myself sketches for the arms that I want to make today. And then later today off stream, I'm probably gonna actually make the arms. Okay, so sketches today. I got 2 hours sketch time. I think I can do that. So the thing about these circles is that I do have to make an arm that will take these circles into account. And then I can just glue the rest. Are you sure you know what you're doing? What the hell is this song? Okay, I need a reference of an arm just kind of hanging down here. I need a reference for this. Always use references. References are amazing. I have a book. I bought a book that I never use. I'm gonna actually use a book. 1 second, let me get it. I have 30 books. I have 30 books that I can actually use. Let's see if I can find a good reference in here, in one of them at least. I have the muscle book. I have slightly muscular male pose catalog and a hand drawing art book. Arm, I need arm. Shoulders? Okay, shouldered. I don't need shouldered at the moment. Neck, I definitely... Oh, okay, arm. Doesn't help me much, actually. Tangible ref books? Yeah, tangible physical media. We love to see it. Okay, leg. Okay, yeah, that one's not gonna help me much. Will it? Yeah, no, I don't think it'll help me much. Like, every time I'm like, oh no, it's not gonna help me much, it gives me another reference of an arm, and I'm like, well, is it a usable reference, though? Aha! Oh! I have my ref. Now, where do I put it so that I can look at it and draw at the same time? Down here, I guess? Around in my lap? In my lap where you guys are? You guys get to hold the book next to you? Alright, so the arm will come down here, kind of, and then this triangle is going to form. From that triangle comes this muscle. Like, none of this is gonna be visible in the final, but I just want to know how the 3D form works. So that even in a simplified art style, I can, like, simplify it correctly, you know? Alright, 2 hours to sketch. I think I can do that. I think I can do that. Okay, now... I think I'd be good at drawing hands at this point. And what is... Okay, that's what the hand looks like. Okay. I think I got it from here. I think I got it from here. Ты знаешь, что битси стрим, и, кстати, у тебя моделка спит чуть-чуть? Потому что я вниз смотрю сейчас, где я рисую. Так что иногда камера не видит мое лицо. Не, ну она обычно по утрам тоже стримает. Мы вообще-то не всегда говоримся, когда мы стримаем. Иногда одновременно, но это и... Ну и пусть и ладно. И пусть и ладно. Без проблем. Пусть она делает, что хочет. Я тоже. Okay, and then this finger is gonna come down here. I don't know if I want to separate these into separate layers or not. Probably not, actually. Because normally on a VTuber model, you want the individual fingers to like shake and be able to zoom in here. On a visual novel model, like, it's gonna be behind the text box most of the time anyway. Ow! Ow! Зачем? За что? За что? There we go. And then maybe a little bit shading here when I do the final render, but that's not technically correct, but it looks good. So sometimes you do just have to make incorrect decisions because they look good. I am the artist. I can do whatever the fuck I want, right? Alright, that looks decent. I still can't get the wristbands quite right. Whoa, that's uncalibrated. Hold on, let me calibrate my tablet real quick. I am like a good 10 pixels off. Let me calibrate real quick. There we go. Okay. I'm calibrated. I should recalibrate too. Recalibrate your body. Take a stretch break, guys. Recalibrate your body just a little bit. Мне очень нравится твое произношение, особенно когда ты очень быстро говоришь. Ни один рэпер не сравнится. Они желают. Они желают. Не, я просто болтунья. Привыкла, вот и все. Спасибо большое. Alright, so there's that arm, and I think that's the only arm that's like in position. Okay, the other one. Hand on hip, my mortal enemy. Freaking hell. Okay, hand on hip reference. Do I even have one? This is also gonna have to be animated in 3D. Damn it. Alright, let's jump back with the reference book. Hand on hip. Oh, I found hand on lap. I think this one's just gonna have to. I think I might just have to wing this one. No, I found one picture. Okay, hold on. There's one neck. I don't need neck right now. Hand on hip. Sitting poses, no. Got an ass shot, nice. Hand on hip, hand on hip. More sitting poses. I guess those would be more useful. Come on, give me a hand on hip ref, please. Standing, crawling. That one's interesting. Up, 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 up. Okay. 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 I think I got it. Is there any in the archive? Ладно, я спать зашел чисто проведать. Удачи, хорошего дня. У меня просто... О, да. Спокойки. Спокойки. Пожалуйста, спи. Hand on hip. Laying pose. Aha! Oho! I see it. Okay. I got my shape. Alright, so we're gonna break this up into a couple of different parts here. Alright, we're gonna do... I want the arm bend to be around here. This is where the fingers are going to connect, and it's gonna take a pretty gnarly deep bend into perspective here. It's gonna go down at a sharp angle. Cause in the damn reference, it's in his pocket. It's in his pocket. Yoshi. Okay, how did it go again with the... I forgot to look at the forearm. Okay, so the elbow is gonna crease here. There's a muscle that kind of comes over this way. Okay. It's like a divot here. Did they already use the same illustration here? What's going on? Okay, give me the catalog again. Catalog. There he is. Okay. Okay. He's muscular, but like he's not that big on forearms, is he? Yeah, that looks a little bit more on brand. God, my books are everywhere. Ish. Elbow. And then finger, so divide down that the middle. About where the fingers would be. I'm half tempted to just use a 3D model on this one. Okay, upper arm. You, come here. So I want elbow joint circles right now. Like a pack of hot dog, like a wieners. Wieners in a pack. Okay, how do I want to do this? Okay. I am going to... Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, since these are not my only copies, I'm going to actually merge these down, Control A, Control C, Control V, Control T, flip them over. What happens? Control A, Control C, Control V, Control T, flip them over. Got it. Yes. Merge those down. Okay. Now, what you might be wondering what those blue circles are, and it might be difficult to see exactly where I'm rotating the arm from. Select, deselect. So that when I transform, this is where my pivot point is going to be exactly, give or take a few pixels. And when I rotate, it's going to be right where I need it to be. And with a perfect circle, all I need to do is fix that little line right there, and it's all good to go. That way I don't have to fiddle around with guessing whether the arm looks good or not, or anatomically accurate or not in the final product. And with that one, it's actually a little bit low. Switch that up a little bit. Alright, and we do want the elbow to completely cover the blue part, so there will be a shading that goes here. So we wanted to completely engulf the blue part, that way both have an equal... So both the upper arm and the lower arm have the exact same reference points on their rotation and pivot point. We want them to completely cover the blue part, which goes out to the edges of the arm. It just helps arm rigging a lot more. Like, you put in the work now to figure out what all of their rotation and pivot points are now, and boom. It just makes things easier to down the line, which is why I'm gonna take a little extra time with the sketching process. Two hours for a sketch. is a reasonable amount of time when the sketch is doing a lot of heavy lifting. So, this is more of a stylized version, but it looks good when you have a curve here and then a straight line here. It just looks better. Alright, fingers! Now, this is where we cry and fuss and... do I want to just... It doesn't look half bad. So it's gonna have like this overall shape to it, where the fingertips all come into a singular point, but the knuckles are spread out. I'm just talking out my ass here, pretending as if I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, if it looks good, I must know what I'm talking about, right? If it looks alright, surely I must be correct. If it works, it can't be stupid. That's the philosophy. If it works, it can't be stupid. And this hand, actually, I might separate into different parts for rigging. Knuckles, that's about where they would be. Certainly sound like you know what you're talking about. That's the confidence, babe. You don't need to know anything ever. You just need to be confident in what you're doing wrong. Life advice from Rita, also the sun is blue. You just need to be confident enough in what you're doing wrong in order to fool others, and that's it. You don't need to know anything ever. Nails. And then the thumb is gonna be hidden the entire time, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Maybe... Nah, I'm just not gonna worry about it. That's what I'm gonna do. It looks fun. There we go. And there it is, hand on hip toggle sketch. I've been working on a song, but my issue is that instrumentals are difficult to make lyrics on. Hello, Ms. Maz. Welcome and good to see you. Instrumentals are difficult to make. I don't know. I find lyrics to be the easy part. It's like, if you already have the instrumental, the lyrics seem easy to me, because you're getting certain amount of beats, so that means like you have to have a certain amount of syllables that you gotta hit, and then once you hit those syllables, it's basically a fill-in-the-blank game. It's like, here are your beats, so you gotta have this many syllables, make a sentence with this many syllables in it, and then make another sentence with the same rhyme at the end of it. Boom, you're done, right? Right? Am I just speaking out my ass again with a lot of confidence? Okay, since this arm is straight, I might want to cut it off here at the... And then we're gonna glue that. Okay. Solid. She says as she continues working on it. But what else is new? What else is different? I don't like the way that muscle looks. It's more so a directional thing, because I don't want to be in the same lyric rhythm the whole song. Is the song lyric the same lyric? Yes, across the entire thing. What's a lyric rhythm? Am I just horrifically ignorant? Possible. But at least I'm confident in how ignorant I am, eh? Are you sure you know what you're doing? Okay, even the music is starting to question me right now. Maybe I should back off. Lyric rhythm is just timing the lyrics differently on a beat. That's fair, I guess. I think it's extra impressive when you manage to put in like really big words that are difficult to integrate into a short sentence in there, where like the one big word is the main character of that one sentence, and then you manage to put like a 3-4 syllable word in there. Like, that's impressive. That's impressive. Alright, that is position 1 done, I think she says as she continues working on it. I'll figure out the rendering later. And the colors for it. Oh, I love when songs do that. I know, when you have like the one big word and then I'm like, man, you managed to fit improvisation into there. And I was like, lyrical genius. Okay. Fuck! Why did I do this to myself? Okay. Okay, we're gonna jack that down to 50, merge those layers together, Control A, Control C, Control V, Control T, flip that, and then... That... Ooh. I really wanted to challenge myself on this one, didn't I? Okay. Cross arms. Do I have a reference for this? Control D. Control S. Don't forget to save, everyone. Take a sip of water and stretch. Alright, reference book, my darling. Do you have any cross arm references for me? No, but I have... Some of these poses are funny in here. Got some fighting poses in there. Okay, cool. I guess that book wouldn't have any. Okay, what about this book? Would it have anything? Cross arms. Cross arms. Give me a cross arm riff. The cool thing about, like, Japanese drawing books is not only does it have, like, how to draw guides in it, but at the back of them they also have, like, a bunch of catalog. Oh, they do! Ooh, 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 ooh. They do! They do have, a reference. Nice. Okay. 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 Dope. Dope. Because they have, like, a giant... Because, like, they... Usually, like, the first 70-80% of the book is, like, a how-to-draw tutorial. And then the other, like, back is, like, this giant catalog of a bunch of poses. They do have the one I want. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm gonna bookmark that. And then the elbows are there. Okay. Upper arm... Control T. Alright, we're gonna put that in our exact pivot point. Perfect center. And we're gonna bring the elbow in a little bit. And we're actually probably gonna make it shorter as well, because it comes out front and you get that foreshortening effect in there. Ah, but that's gonna warp my circles a little bit. I'll do that in Live 2D. Okay. Control A, Control C, Control V, Control T, flip it. Oh, well, I didn't. Okay, so, like, when the arm moves in, this part of the arm... Oh, it's gonna warp my circles anyway. Is going to be pressed inwards from the pecs. And then the pecs themselves, where are they? Are also gonna go in just a little bit. So the pecs are gonna have to be rigged for the arm movement. Okay, Control A, Control C, Control C, Control T, flip, Control T, large. Okay. Okay, and the arms are gonna be crossed a little bit lower. So that they are gonna be warped in Life 2D a little bit. I want to see what it looks like now because I'm greedy. Can I do this? I'll be able to warp this in Life 2D easy. In Clip Studio Paint, not so much. I don't like that. It's gonna have to do a little bit of foreshortening, but like these circles are gonna have to remain the same. Try to circle that back in normal as much as I can. These are just references. I don't need these to be exact. I need the sketches to be exact, though. Alright, back to my references. The way they had it was... Okay, I think I got it. And then elbow, triangle, elbow. Okay. It doesn't look like much, but you know, just trust the process, trust the magic here. Actually, no, I do want those circles to be exact. If they move, then so be it. And so be it. Because I can warp anything later easier. Of circles to be exact. They will probably be closer as well, so I probably don't need to make this as long. I just need to make it look good. Once again, I'm just talking out my ass here. Can't whistle. Can you whistle? I never really learned how to whistle. Never really had a need to learn how to whistle. Also, my lips are often always dry, so it's not like I have ideal whistling conditions as it is. I can, not to a tune though. Yeah, it's like how do people get the wind to and how do they do it to a tune? Let me wet my lips here. Can't do it. Can't do it. Like there was a noise that came out. I don't think I can classify it as whistling though. Tea's ready. Oh, I do kind of want some tea right now. Yeah, no, too dry, too dry. You know, when deciding these poses, I never took into account how easy or difficult it would be to make, just which ones would look good. I regret this. But, like, you know what? If I'm gonna aim to be a professional, that means I should be able to bring to life anything that another person brainstorms, including myself. So if I thought of it, I should be able to make it. Because if I ever get, like, a commission request from somebody else, they're not gonna know how difficult or easy it is to make something. They might have, like, an idea of how easy or difficult it might be. But they're not gonna know unless they do my job also, which oftentimes they're probably not in a request-like environment. For me, wetting my whistle doesn't actually make it easier to whistle. It doesn't? It's a little better. His fingers are way too long. Let me shorten them up a little bit. He's done. God, I remember I had such a high-pitched voice that I knew how to fake whistle just by raising my voice to daily high. Isn't that just falsetto? Is that like just a really high falsetto? In which case it wouldn't be very loud. I think the point of whistling is that it's loud and it carries. So like if you want to whistle for your dog way over yonder, it'll come. I mean, yeah, but my grandparents bought it, 𝕮𝖆𝖙. Hey, if it does the job, it can't be stupid. If it works, it can't be stupid. Did the dog buy it, though? That's the real question. Did the dog buy it, though? That's the real question. That's the one that matters. We don't own dogs. But I remember a dog did walk up to me at one point during the time we went to a public arcade. Ooh! Dogs are like synonymous with joy. Dogs and joy are synonyms. Alright, how did the muscles bend around this area? Hold on, I still have it bookmarked. Dogs and joy are synonymous. Damn, no wonder mine's a grumpy bitch. Alright, so they have a muscle going here. Oh, then the elbow is actually much higher here. I actually used to be scared of dogs, specifically tiny dogs, because during birth a bunch of tiny ones knocked over to my cradle from what my mom told me. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Oh man, I cannot imagine being afraid of dogs. Like, I just light up anytime I see one. Remind me to bring a chihuahua if I go to the States, 𝕮𝖆𝖙. I don't know, like, a lot of people have like in your case it's understandable, like there is some like actual trauma behind it, but a lot of people just like unjustifiably dislike small dogs. It's like, no, they serve an important purpose. They are portable joy containers. But the funny thing is, most people who dislike small dogs for their barks are cat people. And I'm like, have you ever encountered a loud, yappy cat? They are 10 times more annoying than a tiny, yappy dog. Like, most cats are quiet, sure. But if you ever come across one that isn't, their meows are so much more annoying than a dog's bark could ever be. I just find it funny that a lot of people who don't dislike like small dogs barking are cat people. I'm like, you must have one of them quiet cats. You must have one of them quiet cats. God damn, now that is an assault on the ears. We used to have, like, it wasn't even our cat, which sucked because we couldn't, like, train it to do anything. And we had a feral cat running around the property, and it just would not shut the fuck up. I got less scared mainly due to a small dog named Bella, and she was an absolute sweetheart. Oh, man. Dogs really are just magical like that. Now, the thing about this is that I'm gonna have to draw the entire hand anyway, because even though it won't be visible, it will be visible in the transition. Between the poses. Like, she was essentially the opposite of a chihuahua, but not size-wise. It's like a tiny little angel, that's what they are. A tiny little angel, that's what they are. Every time I see a Chihuahua, it just reminds me of the meme Beverly Hills Chihuahua, 50% vibrate, 50% hatred. Well, I mean, when they were raised, when Chihuahuas were bred, like, that hatred served a purpose. Like, that hatred as guard dogs. They were bred as guard dogs, but they also needed to be small because they needed to get into holes for rodents and stuff. That fearlessness was very useful because, like, if you're gonna sick a tiny little thing to be a guard dog, that tiny little thing cannot be afraid of anything. And so they specifically raised them to not be afraid of anything, which is why they have that kind of temperament. Is because they used to be guard dogs. That's why a lot of people don't like them, is because, well, you approach them, they attack you, and you're like, oh shit, that thing's tiny, but it can still fuck me up because it's sharp. So that just means they're doing their job. That just means they're doing their job. That's what they were meant to do. They were meant to be very tiny, but aggressive. Yeah, no, okay. That didn't work the way I intended it to. We're just gonna tuck the thumb in and call it good. Because, again, it's gonna be behind that arm. The only reason I needed to look normal is because for the, like, 2 frames that it'll transition into the scene. So all this work for, like, 2 frames or whatnot. But other than that, only, like, the wrist area is going to be visible. Maybe I can make that just a little bit bigger. Both of them. One at a time. There we go. That way I can... It's easier to make smaller than it is to make bigger. So that if I make them really big, I can just, like, transform them into the position I need them later. We're just gonna do a lot of rendering today. By the end of today, anyway. Hopefully, I want to start the rig tomorrow. That way I can start posting whips of it moving. There we go. And that's what the final product is going to look like with the masks and all. What are you doing? I am making a visual novel sprite, but animated. That's what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, pose to sketched. I propose we take a little bit of a break here. It is 10:39 a.m. That means I have an hour and 20 minutes to sketch a third arm pose, which was not that bad. I can deal with that one. That one's not that bad. Okay. I propose we take a short break here. Bathroom, drink. I'm also getting kinda hungry. Alright, stretch, save, drink break, bathroom break. You guys can have your wordle about it. Type an exclamation point W and then the guess of the word to see if you can guess the wordle of the puzzle. Alright. Break time. Yes. Ah, man, I'm so sorry. King Charles Spaniel. Oh, Spaniels are... Oh, Spaniels are just the most adorable little thing. Yeah, the yin and yang of the tiny dog world. Spaniels are the sweetest of hearts. I just think Chihuahuas are Glum and Chaos Agents, and I love both of them. I was like, every time I see a Chihuahua, it's like, you're doing exactly what you are made for. I cannot fault you for this. I cannot fault you for this. Alright, let's take a look at this Wordle, shall we? Let's take a look at this Wordle, shall we? Bacon. Alright, see, I'll play along with you guys because I have no idea what's in here. Basil. Daily. Oh! My bad, I didn't realize that I was just trying to put letters into slots. I didn't mean to win! One more, let's go. Let's go. I didn't mean to win. I didn't mean to be cool. I was just trying to put letters in the slot. Okay, Crass. Okay. Cannon. Press the A. Cramp. Akal. Rack. Ooh, ack. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, Flack. How about that? Okay, no flack. Let's see. No flack. Crack? A lack? Sounds like something I'd do. Okay. That sounds like something I'd do. Sounds like something I'd put in there. What the fuck? Crack? W crack. Stack. Oh! Oh, I think I know what it is. Hold on. I'm not gonna take your guess away. I think I know what it is. I think I remember what I put in there. I'm not gonna take your guesses away. I think I know what it is. Smack? I would have put that one in there too. Yeet! Man, I broke a nail on my way to the bathroom. I accidentally clipped it on the side of the door. I have my dad's nails. He always had brittle nails. So growing them out has been very difficult for me, like, always. Luckily, it's the ring one, and the ring finger grows out faster than the other nails, so it'll catch up soon, but still, I'm like, ah, man! I broke a nail! Damn it. What you got? Try a W. Try a W. Try to put a W in there. Try to place a W in there. I think I know what it is. Oh, you're close. You're close. There it is. Okay. Alright. And I think the last one is... I guess it's not Rita, man. Okay. We'll figure it out next time. Back to work. Back to the mines with you. Man, I can't believe I didn't whip you all stream. Back to the mines. Jinx, we owe each other a soda. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, soda time. Oh man. I don't really remember the last time I had a soda. I don't usually drink soda anymore. Mostly because it's not because I don't like the sweet, it's because I don't like the carbonation. Every time I get a soda, I shake out the carbonation. Because, it's the bubbles. The bubbles are the ones that... Why do we put the damn bubbles in there? They're the ones that taste gross. I don't like the bubbles. Alright, next one is position 3, which is this yap thing. Control A, Control C, Control V, Control T, flip that over, okay. Control-C, and then merge that down. Once again, this one's gonna need to be locked in there. I never liked it as a kid, but I grew into it after rediscovering root beer. Root beer is good, but once again, root beer tastes better. Flat. I do not understand what is the obsession with bubbles. You just taste the pain. The bubbles take away from the sweet, which is the damn point. That's like the whole damn point. Now I know I'm not gonna have a reference for this one. That hurt. I drank bubbly grape soda and out my— oh! Ooh, ouch, ouch. Yeah. You know, that's just unnecessary pain, man. Okay. I'm doing the pose myself to see if I can get a feel for it. I guess it's just because it becomes sort of a thing people like. Why? How? Of all the times I have ever drank soda, not once has the sting been enjoyable. Not a one. Masochism? Ugh. I guess that's why people also like spicy food. I'm like, why? It just tastes like pain. And they're like, I like the way it tastes. I like the way it tastes. And I'm like, it doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes like ouch. Where is the taste, guys? Where is this mythical I like the taste of spicy food that you speak of? Where is it? Taste the doko. There's a nuance for me when it comes to spicy. It's just like numbingly spicy. I hate it. Like, I can appreciate spicy, but only if there's enough salty to fight it. If there's enough savory and salty to fight the spice, I enjoy tasting the spice losing. But if the spice is winning, I don't like it, because like the whole point of the damn thing is the salt. But if it's a combination of sweet, savory, spicy, I love it. See, I don't think sweet and spicy go together at all. Like why sweet and spicy? I can see sweet and salty, but why sweet and spicy? I'm like, no. Like, why are you adding ouch to your sugar? Sweet spicy is a strange combo that works. Does it work though? Does it really work? For me, not necessarily, but it's like a sort of spice in a way. It's also kind of satisfying to hear the fizz from the drink as you drink it, I guess. Is it? That bothers me. The sound? Oh, anytime someone like tries to advertise a Coke can, and you can just hear the I'm like, ew, whoa. Why would I want to put the sun, something that sounds like it crackles, into my mouth? That is the opposite of making me want to drink it. Or the worst, the absolute worst, is when they like advertise soda in glass cups with ice cubes and water dripping down the side of the glass. Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst. I'm like, I don't want to touch a wet glass. I don't want water everywhere. I don't want condensation. The imagery of it being so cold that there's condensation and the glass, that the container that it's in is wet from the condensation of how cold it is. And I'm like, that does the exact opposite. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to drink it. That turns me off from the sodies. Now Rita Oh no, I understood the entire time. I just did it to piss you off on purpose. Love you all. I'm not sure about this pose anymore. So I need an open pose. I'm not so sure about this arm pose anymore. I don't know, it doesn't speak to me. It doesn't speak to me. I'm not sure. Like, so originally it was gonna be like a hand holding the bottom of the elbow. And then this hand was just gonna be out here to like explaining things. And I'm like, I'm not sure about this pose anymore. I'm not feeling it anymore, but I need an open pose. But also in America, I guess the sweet kind of overpowers the carbonation because, of course, because American product laws are everywhere else. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, why have carbonation in the first place? Just drink your damn syrup. Like, that's delicious. That's delicious. I remember when I used to work in fast food, I would, like, separate the carbonation from the, like, raw syrup. And I would just drink the raw syrup. Now, that was delicious. No bubbles to distract from the absolute deliciousness of the nice, smooth, almost maple syrupy texture. Now, that shit was good. Mug root beer's carbonation tastes like fucking soap, though. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of mugs. Because, like, it puts bitter into the root beer for some fucking reason. I'm like, I don't know how it does that, but it somehow puts bitter in there. Okay, I need a third arm pose, and I have an hour to come up with and sketch this third arm pose. I need an open one. I'm an A&W kind of guy. Yeah, cream in the root beer. Ooh, soda cream root beer. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, okay, I need a third arm pose. Kind of like an open one. Bard's root beer is good mainly because it tastes like those tiny root beer candies. I like Bard's at not cold. Like, if Bard's is super cold, then it doesn't taste like anything. But if you let Bard's get up to, like, slightly below room temperature, that's when it starts tasting real good. Hello, Pea Bottle. Welcome and good to see you. Good to have ya. We're talking about root beer and carbonation and apparently spicy foods. And I need an open arm pose. Like, what kind of arm pose would he make that would be open? Yeah. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alert, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I guess I can just start drawing shit. So cross arms is a closed pose. That is like, I am hesitant to express what's on my mind kind of pose. Hands on hips, that's just base pose. That's just like, I'm hanging out, I'm cool here. I need an open pose. I need like I am eager to express what is on my mind kind of arm pose. I feel like the branding for Bard's and Mug should be swished. Like, the dog should be on Bard's if you think about it. I can see it. Yeah, Bard's. I can see it. Alright, let me look up some poses. Perhapsedly. Can we look at some poses that might help me out here? Visual novel poses. 𝕮𝖆𝖙, darling, welcome and good to see you. How are you? Okay, can I show this? I think I can. Do I have any information that might... Okay. Let's take a look. It's safe search is on, right? Safe search is on, just in case. I hope so. I don't see any titties out. Okay. Let's take a look here. Presentation. I don't need presentation. I need this one. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's see if we can get inspired by anything off of Google and all of this AI crap. Okay, cause here, let's take a look at this one. Like, we already have the arms crossed. We already have the hands on hips. Ooh, under the chin. That would be a pretty good one. That would be a pretty good one. Under the chin. Hand on hip, arms crossed, got it. Both hands on hips. I don't think he'd do that. That's the thing. I don't think he'd do that. And then whatever the fuck she's doing over here, needing to go squatty potty, I guess. Okay, under the chin would be interesting. Under the chin would be interesting. Mayhaps. Alright, pose. Waving, he wouldn't do that. Not in the context of both hands just down, I guess. I don't know about that. It's boring. That's a little boring. Yeah, because this is kind of what I had in mind. So like one, you're just standing there base, and then one where you're closed, and then one open where it seems like you'd be explaining things. But I don't know. It just feels like the arms are too far out from the body to function as a visual novel sprite. I guess another pet peeve of mine, especially for visual novels, is when they have like a base sprite and the body language gives off only one emotion, so when you put a conflicting emotion on their face, it just looks incredibly unnatural. I think one of my biggest ones is like, I don't know, maybe Monica from DDLC is where she's like just bending over slightly, and I'm just like, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look natural at all. That's this one. Alright, hand on hip, and then a smoking pose. He's not gonna smoke, but like something like this. Got two hands on hips. Okay. Maybe I can repeat an arm pose. I would like not to, but could. What is girly pop over here doing? Oh, she needs to go to the bathroom. That's what she's doing. They're all closed poses. Alright. Hands on hips, arms up. Fists up could be interesting. Yeah, no, that's not gonna look... I'm like trying to redo. Hand behind neck. Maybe we'll play around with that one. That one might be hard to rig, but yeah, maybe. An explaining one. These are the same. What the fuck are you guys doing here? Hand on behind neck. I guess that's not very an open pose necessarily, but it could host some open expressions on it. So the thing about poses is that they themselves are not supposed to give off expressions. They are supposed to be good hosts for a variety of expressions. That's what visual novel poses are supposed to do. Ugh, a ice slop. Oh, I miss like a good 5 years ago where this shit didn't exist. Hands behind head. Yeah, this is the one that I was kind of going for. This is the one that I was going for, except the arm was a little bit more explainy. The arm was a little bit more, you know, as you wave your arm around to explain something, more gestury. I like the under the chin one. I don't know why. Like, I keep coming back to that one. That one speaks to me. He wouldn't be the type to play with his hair. Probably not. Not in the story. Okay, here, hold on. What's this? What is he up to? Alright. Explainy, power pose. Another hand on hip one. Arms crossed, got it. Both hands just down. And then explainy. I think I might just have to go towards explainy. They are limiting themselves with the expressions so much with their body language here. That's a lot of work for not a whole lot of expression. Doesn't have a lot of efficacy to the process. Thumbs up now. That's a little over the cliche. Ne. Safe search is turned on. Okay. I guess hand in pocket wouldn't be too bad. No, I don't. Shut up. Okay. I'm gonna change music for that. That's like the 6th time you've asked me if I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this one! I don't know why, but this sprite bugs me. Cause, like, no one's gonna pose like this ever. No one poses like this ever. I don't like it, and considering that it's a special sprite. Like, that one makes sense, that one makes sense, that one makes sense, that one makes sense. No. Ooh, okay, here's well, he wouldn't be holding an object in my sprite. Maybe I can get away with a slightly unnatural pose if I animate it correctly. Maybe. Like a thinking pose. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. I'm cooking. I might not be cooking, but I'm cooking. I might not be cooking, but I'm cooking. I might not be cooking, but I'm cooking. I might not be cooking. Okay, what if we have explainy under the chin? Hold on, where does my... Get these pecs away here. Okay. What if we have explainy and under the chin? Where, like, he looks like he just adjusted his non-existent glasses. Okay, I can work with that. So, like, is it a pose that he'll make? I think so. Can it host a variety of expressions? I think so. Does it contrast the other arm positions that I have? Well, his left arm. Our right. I wanted to study music production at one point, but XQC kind of made me feel like I should mainly just do to the slander. No, don't worry about it. Take the slander like a king. You shouldn't be getting any slander, and if you do, you can clap back at him. Sometimes I wish I would get more slander, but unfortunately I'm just a very unproblematic figure. I've been asking and begging to get cancelled for weeks. Okay, alright, I'm cooking. I like this. I like this hand position, mostly. They call him DJ Toenail. Yeah, we can own that one. The difference is XQC has, like, 1 million followers or whatever. I don't know. I don't know music enough. A massive fan base who can make fun of him? Yeah. Yeah, no, like... I don't know, man. I think you're over anticipating some things that are just naturally not gonna come to you until you get way bigger. These are things that are like non-worries until way later into your journey. But you gotta start the journey, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm also mainly thinking of the music community in a way. What about him? What about him? Local VTuber voices her utter disdain for twin tails. Yeah, I don't like twin tails. I think it makes them look more childish than they actually are. It's a very childificating hairstyle. I don't like it. It's not... It's cute, but for the wrong reasons. I don't like twin tails. No, I'm not the person. I love the Twin Tails 𝕮𝖨𝖙, the person. That's a good part. I just don't like Twin Tails as a hairstyle. Just to be clear, just to be on the board. Love the person. Big fan, big fan. Hairstyle, not so much. Flip that out of context. Do not. Like if you're gonna cancel me for something, then cancel me for an opinion I actually have. Like... Let's see, what's a controversial opinion? Not wanting to call VTubers a community. That would be a pretty good one. Rita, that never happens. You're right. I don't know. Some of them, like they actually do have those opinions. They just backtrack it and go be like, I never meant to hurt anyone. I'm like, nope, nope. If you feel offended, there's a good reason. That was part of the intention. If you feel offended by something I said, then I probably meant it that way. VTubers were a community? Bro, they're more divisive than the Balkans. VTubers? Never a community. Never a community. I am sad to see VTubers become more idly and less anime. Because VTubers were a mixture of idol culture and anime culture. And then... now they're going more towards idol culture and straying away from anime culture, which makes me really sad. You know, it's like, what? No, why? Why are you picking the worst one of the two? Why are you picking the worst one of the two? Like, nothing will get me to click off a stream faster than joining a VTuber stream and having them say, I don't watch much anime these days. Fastest I'm the fuck out of here. Ever. I don't watch much anime these days, then why the fuck are you a VTuber? Put your face on live like a normal person. There you go. There you go. You can clip that out of context. Cancel me on that one. Cancel me on that one. I think that's why I also felt like it was cheap when VTubers make covers of anime or opening songs for anime that they haven't seen. That feels cheap as fuck to me. Right? I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a cover of a song that was the main opening to an anime that they never interacted with. Like, come on, a lot of love and care goes into making a cover. Like, watching the source material should be a requirement for the love and care that goes into it. Like, that's what it was made for. Come on now. Come on now. Like, karaoke's different. Karaoke is like, you turn on some tunes, you whip out your voice, and then you just have fun about it. But like, a cover, where you have to like sit down and make decisions about it and constantly like carve it out into a presentable thing, just watch the damn anime. 6 hours. I want to get into anime, but my attention span is the size of a gnat. I have got... yeah, so is mine, but like... I've gotten to the point where, you know, the cool thing about anime is that they have that really nice commercial break right in the middle. So sometimes I'll like turn on an anime for 12 minutes and I'll watch the first half. And then the commercial break little sprite comes on. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go start my day. And then I'll go about my day. And then like 6 hours later, I'll come back and watch the second half. And that's it. I got an episode a day in. I'll get an episode a day in. I am of the opinion that I think it's very cheap to do a cover of a song that was meant as an opening or an ending for an anime that you haven't seen. The only anime I've watched is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and a little bit of Inuyasha. Ah, we got the rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. We gotta up those. We gotta up those stats. I usually watch anime while drawing and it seeps into the art in times. I cannot watch anime while drawing because I feel like I'm not dedicating enough attention to the anime. Because like when I'm drawing, sometimes I'll be like really into the drawing. And then I don't listen and pay enough attention to the anime. Well, like, what's the whole point? I'll just make an audiobook at that point if I'm not gonna pay attention to the animation and pretty pictures, right? We can do another hand on hip, but we can do it slightly different than... We can do one where it's like a wrist on the hip. Forgot Avatar. That is not an anime. That's not an anime. It's anime based and influenced, but that is not an anime. Yep. Speaking of dang, they're getting a Yanineko bit by bit. I'll probably wait for the next watch party for it, like Boondocks. Yeah, Boondocks is all. Yeah, Boondocks is not an anime. Absolutely not. Unless I just want to copy that arm over. Okay, we can probably do that. What about Cordy in the house? Cordy in the house? Now that's an anime. Now that's an anime. You got me there, bud. Now that's an anime. I need to watch Fist of the North Star. I need to watch Golden Compass. A lot of people tell me that I will enjoy Golden Compass because it has muscular men and Russians in it, which, like, they are absolutely correct. They are absolutely correct in that assumption. It's just I've never gotten around to it. I feel like it needs to be studied, the turnaround I had from thinking early VTubers should branch out from idol culture bubble most were born into now the words mostly come to pass and I don't watch any of the popular VTubers anymore. I have a hard time sitting down and watching popular VTubers, like even as background noise. I think another thing that kind of bothers me, well not bothers me, but like turns me off from their streams is like they'll always be talking about special events that have come to pass or are coming up that I'll just like never be able to participate in. It's like, oh, I did this con or whatever and it was so nice to do this, it was so nice to see these people, it was so nice to do this collaboration and like thank you. And the next time I want to go to this con over here, and which is like in America, which I'll never be able to go into, and it's like, it's been a great journey so far, and I'm like, well, I wasn't part of it. As a new watcher, I was never part of this journey, so I just kind of feel a little left out of the conversation, which makes sense, but like, as far as drawing in new people, I'm like, that does not motivate me to stay. If all you're gonna be talking about is things that have already past and things that you have experienced, that is really annoying. It's like, I know it's not the only thing they talk about, but it's like they often talk about those things, so the chances of me randomly slipping into a stream where they're talking about something that I cannot involve myself into are high. So I just leave. So I just leave, because like they'll be talking about like, oh, I did this, or remember last week when we had this, or do you remember like a month ago when we had this special event and we did this and this chatter did that, and I'm like, no, I don't remember any of that, I just showed up. Okay. Right, I don't know, like, if I was there, if I was one of the original chatters, I can see how that would be an interesting topic for me. But as a new chatter, I'm like, I wasn't part of this. I can't comment on any of this. Okay. It does feel a little awkward for the new people. Rita, did you know that there's a festival tomorrow? Exactly! Oh, like that's a really good example. Like, between us, that's a pretty funny joke, right? For the people that were there. But if someone new showed up, like, right now, and they didn't understand where the... Did you know that there's a school festival tomorrow? That might be a pretty big turnoff for them, because they're not in on the joke. They weren't there. Right? Everyone's freaking out about the festival. Everybody knows about the festival. Unless you're new. If you're new, you're like, I wasn't there, I don't know that. I can ask to explain the joke, but that's different because, like, that is a joke versus an actual event that occurred and required participation, right? Hey, Fated! Actually, where does that come from? Yeah, so, like, it's a joke, so, like, Boopy doesn't even know where it came from, but it's still fun to, like, say. Did you know that there's a school festival tomorrow? Comes from when we played Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah. So, when one of the characters was majorly depressed, the only thing the main character could talk about was the school festival. And it's just like, bro, she's dealing through, like, a whole lot of life right now. We can kind of backseat the school festival, buddy. Typical Haito behavior. I think what really sold JoJo for me was mainly the whole stand concept, but also as a kid I got a bunch of PS1 games, and one of the games was 𝕮𝖆𝖙 fighting games, so when I saw the anime I was like, wait, why does this feel familiar? I have interacted with this IP before. I've interacted with this IP before, holy moly. I don't know, do I want to do a hand on hip here? I'm not sure, actually. Gonna take a nap. Alrighty, nice nap. That was me with Yu Yu Hakusho, except it was Filipino dubbed. Yu Yu Hakusho was my gateway anime. I'm old. Yu Yu Hakusho was my gateway anime. Yeah, I wasn't there for the second DDLC stream, but that is what I was thinking of. I just figured it was a common type of a lot of VNs that they were playing on. Also that. Like, that is a joke that you can jump in on without knowing the context. But if, like, you go into a streamer's, like, especially a popular ones, and then you jump in on a joke that, like, requires context of past participation, then it's just like, well, it is kind of hard for me to just, like, jump in. So, a lot of chatting, it should be, but, like, for newer people, it's probably better if the chatting is about general subjects that, like, just anyone can just kind of, like, vibe into. Or jokes that don't require context to be funny. So you were, like, in on the joke, but you weren't in on the joke. You're like, everyone is saying this phrase, and everybody is laughing when everyone says this phrase. I can say it, too. That's fine. That's fine. But, like, if you start talking about, like, oh, do you guys remember last year when we did this special stream and blah, 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 and then this chatter did that, and then this guest did that? It's like, oh, that was fun. That was good times. And then you bring out, like, a really obscure meta line that only happened in that stream for a new person. That's just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Which I'm not saying, like, don't celebrate your past achievements, but, like, when the chances of a new person of jumping into a conversation like that are high, the chances of a new person sticking around in a conversation like that are not high. Okay, I'm not welcome here. It's not that you're not welcome, it's just that you don't have any footing. You don't have any straws to grasp at to stay for. You don't have any reasons to, you know, stay and listen. Because, like, I don't think a new person would care about something that we did last year, right? Which is kind of like a little bit of a pressure to constantly pump out new things, but I don't think that's a bad type of pressure to constantly pump out new things, unlike algorithms that want you to post daily, you know? That was one of the new viewers on my stream because I was talking to, like, several people at once. Yeah, so, like, sometimes you can have multiple conversations at the same time. It's not terribly difficult to juggle.
You guys remember last year when Rita took the mentally ill girl into the hallway and she flipped her mother upside down to show her bare feet?
What? Even I don't remember that. Even I don't remember that. What the fuck? What? I don't remember that. That was the first DLC? Was it? Was it? I don't remember. I don't remember shit. I just remember the school festival and the fact that I got doxxed. That's all I remember.
Also, what is this voice?
I put a random one on. I put the random one on to see if you guys would like it.
Penis.
Yep, that's my chat, alright? Those are my rats. Those are definitely my rats. Those things are mine. Yep, those are mine. They're idiots, but they're my idiots. Alright, I think that's the pose I'm gonna go with. Wrong layer, Kronk! Oh, I created a new layer, okay. Wrong layer. Honestly, I'm so glad that, like, part of the reason I got, well, not part of the reason I got into Live 2D, but one of the effects of getting into Live 2D is that I've gotten into the habit of properly naming my layers. It's made my life easier. Whole lot easier. Name your layers, you stinkers. Name your damn layers. Properly labeling your layers just saves you a whole lot of headache now, even though you might be lazy now. Saves you a whole lot of headache later. Name your damn layers, you lazy shits. That's what's gonna happen to your brain if you don't name your layers and you're drowning in like 100 of them. Name your layers, you lazy shits. And groups. Oh my god, groups, folders of layers, absolutely phenomenal. So the way I'm gonna render this is I'm gonna have a separate line art layer so that I can make the line art non-existent in the parts of the elbows. Like on the inner crease, so that it doesn't always have a line, but it can if it needs to. I'm only gonna do that on the elbows.
I have to be at least 2 hours deep into a piece before a single layer gets named.
That's 2 hours is not that much. 2 hours is such a short piece. Two hours. That's such a short piece. Okay, so like as long as you're naming your layers that quickly into the piece, that's good. That's good. 2 hours is nothing. Dude, I wish I could make stuff within 2 hours. Not with Life Today, that's not gonna happen, ever.
It is if you have no Adderall prescription.
In Japan? You think I can get one of those where the mental health doesn't exist and the only cure is just work harder? Yeah, no, I wish I would kill for the prescription, man. Sometimes the power of ADHD, sometimes you just forget to pee. Like, ADHDers really do have the most powerful dieting weapon ever, because, like, we have the power to just forget our hunger away. We can just forget our hunger away. If we can control that power, we would have a good dieting technique, but alas. Even when I wonder where my energy went, I haven't eaten for 15 hours, be like, oh yeah, I haven't peed for like 6, I should probably go do that. Wait, I haven't put any water into my body in order to want to pee, no wonder. No wonder. That was just me being unhealthy. I mean, it is unhealthy, but like we can't just forget. Like, the thing is, like, people with ADHD, we can't just forget our natural cues away. Like, that is just something we can do. Like, our body reminds us, hey, you're hungry. Hey, you need to pee. Hey, you're dehydrated. And then our ADHD brains will be like, okay, I am acknowledging this, task over there. And then we can just forget those cues away. That is a superpower. It's dangerous, but like, if you can wield it, you do have a pretty nifty superpower. Alright, Red Side, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I can't see what I'm doing. Put the sensor down. Like, I have genuinely forgotten away my need to go to the bathroom on several occasions. Like, I just forget that I need to go.
For me, it's like a spring and me gets cocked every 30 seconds I'm in flow state. And I have to take an extra 20 seconds to bounce off the walls for a bit.
A spring and... oh. Like, if I'm locked in, I'm locked in. That is it. I get so cranky when I'm, like, in a flow state. And then somebody takes me out of it. I'm like, I was doing so good. I was concentrating for the first time in 6 months. Why do you gotta do this to me? Although a thing I worry about with that is accidentally fasting. Very possible. Very much something to keep out for. Watch out for. Very much something to watch out for. But, for me in particular, that's not much of a downside because, like, one, I am dieting, and two, I don't have regular meal times anyway, so skipping a meal is just another thing in the schedule at that point. Like, that's just what happens when your job doesn't let you have regular meal times. I'm taken out of flow state all the time. Sometimes, I don't know. If I'm in a flow state, I am locked. I am locked. Getting into flow state is hard, which I think that's why my brain is just like, man, we cannot afford to go out because we have such a hard time going in. Like, I wouldn't say right now is a flow state. Right now is a flow state on these damn fingers. How did I do this hand? It's so irritating, and honestly, I wish my brain would just get used to it at some point so I don't feel that way all the time. It's the procrastination for me. It's like I know I can get into the flow state if I go through steps XYZ. I just will not go through steps XYZ. I'm just like, we're not starting. We're not starting. Because if we start the task, we are afraid of what if we actually do it. Like, а вдруг получится? Like, there is a fear of, like, oh my god, what if we actually do the task? There is a hesitancy of, oh my god, what if we actually succeed? What if we accidentally get locked in here for 6 hours? I might be late for something. But at the same time, like, I do wonder how much of it is ADHD and how much of it is, like, our brains actually getting fried by short-form content and tablets. Because I've had this since before I started using the computer. Like, this mindset of can't start tasks, flow state forever, and all of that stuff. But it's gotten worse with screen time for sure. But then I do wonder how many of, like, especially some of the younger people, it's like, how much of it is actual ADHD and how much of it is actual screens? Like, what's the percentage ratio here? Because I definitely have a record of these types of behaviors long before screens were in my life. Like, if I'm gaming or making art and someone calls my phone, my brain hears it and tries to ignore it until the 5th time they call. See, here's the thing. I can continue to ignore it. Like, people say that you can't unhear a sound, and I have a hard time believing that because I can just choose not to hear something. Like, I can consciously choose not to listen to something. Yeah, it's always been like this. But, like, for some of the younger ones, the ones that grew up with screens, it's like, how much of it is ADHD for them? And how much is it can be blamed on screens, you know? Because they don't have pre-screen data to compare themselves against. They only have screen and ADHD data to talk about. Those damn phones. I hate short form content so much. And I say the word content with all the disrespect that comes with it. I hate short form content so fucking much. Vine was fine. Vine was funny. Vine had intention. Like, there was no pressure to pump out 100 vines in the span of a week. It's just that Vine was incredibly unprofitable. And refused to pay its creators. My ringtone is the main theme of I'm Scared Now when I play the game Sleeper Agent Activates. I don't even remember what my ringtone sounds like. I always have my phone on silent. Vine had soul, but the thing is, like, Vine, 1, didn't pay its creators. And 2, it wasn't profitable because of that. So that's why it went down. But it did write the blueprint for short-form content. It did very much write the blueprint for short-form content. I'm Scared walked so that DDLC could run. I don't know what I'm scared is. I'm never scared. New stream game? It's a good horror game that's getting a sequel, actually. Alright, fine, let me Google a thing. I'm Scared game. It's one word? I'm scared is one word. I'm scared. See, I have a good habit of turning horror games into comedies. Is an independent horror game created by Italian developer. Players find themselves having to outwit Whiteface and her, beings with the ability to manipulate the player's computer, like creating files or even crashing the game. Is that another dox? Is that another dox waiting to happen? Is that another dox waiting to happen? Nah, there's nothing like that. Oh, okay. Okay. Because that was the one shitty thing about why I had to take the VOD down for DDLC. Like, it didn't take any of my, like, real personal information. Like, nothing that would give him anything about me away, but, like, it did take the name of my computer. Even though I was streaming and it didn't pick up OBS. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want that to happen again. Because it did, that was a Microsoft file of all things. I'm like, I don't want it fucking around and splashing my Microsoft files, you know? Especially since I can't get rid of them. I do not like this hand. Hold on, let me bring out the big guns. I think it just messes with the files. I don't think it says the name of your PC. Okay. Fine. Well, let me get my favorites. That is his right hand. Alright. And I want this body type. Okay. Wait, what? Do I have the wrong hand? What? I have the wrong hand. Okay, that is not his left hand. Yeah, pinky's out. Okay. When in doubt, pinky out. Exactly, okay. That's about yay big. Alright, let's see. Do I have any poses that I can just zoop and over? Okay, I need hand poses. Ooh, okay. We can do our explainy one here. Okay, hang on. We're cooking. Sassy. I don't like this hand. We can do something like this, but that we can do explainy like this for sure. Okay. Oh, okay, now that's sassy, that's sassy. Okay, I did like the explainy one there. Okay. Okay, I do like the explainy that we're going for here. Versus, you know, something like this. Okay, so it's not gonna change the wrist movement. Yeah, so like there's a thinky one here. And then there's an explainy one there. Wait, which one do you think? I kind of like the explainy one. That's an princess laugh. That sounds nice. Yeah, that's what I was originally going for. That's what I was originally going for. don't know. I like the explainy one. Ever since I put that one on there, I'm like, yep, nope, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one we're going with. Alright, let's see if I can get a good view of the forearm. See if I can get a ref of the forearm. Okay, we got 10 minutes left plus some buffer time. I can do this. I can do this. Alright, give me the catalog. We can sketch fast. We can sketch fast. I need arm up. Arm up. Come on, give me a forearm. Give me a ref. Arm up, arm up, arm up. Not that far. Ah, damn, that would be a good angle for a different illustration, though. Not this one. Come on, pose book. Give me something to work with here. I need that pose, but different angle. Up. Found one. He's explaining to us how he knows we don't own an air fryer. I don't own an air fryer. I probably need one. Okay. So this little bone here. And then that's gonna go down towards the elbow, and that's gonna come out here, and then gotcha. Okay, I got my base shape down. He's gonna tell us all about that air fryer that we don't own. I might make the hand just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit smaller. That a little bit less noticeable. Okay, probably gonna. Alright, make that a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe not that big. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Alright, and now that I have the reference, it's all uphill from here. Downhill? Uphill? Which one's the good one? That's 𝕮𝖆𝖙 mode? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I want him to change between the three poses seamlessly, which is why I want all of the arms to be in very different positions. Because if one arm is moving and the other one isn't moving much, then that's going to look weird in the transition animations, which I'm not even sure how often those are going to pop up on screen. And then claws. Okay! We strayed away from our original plan quite some time, but I got my explainy in there. I love my explainy. I love my explainy. Okay, the duds and then the sensors, we can put those back on now that I've seen what I'm doing. Alright. Yosh, otsukaresama deshita. Probably take this layer out. Put it above these. Okay, done. Save it, save it, stamp it, pack it, bag it, tag it, send it, ship it, kiss it, mwah. Alright, that's fun. That'd be a funny concept for a VN. Just have a yaoi mode where the only thing it changes is the size of the hands and nothing in the story. That would be funny. Thank you for the carrot package. We saved. Stretch. Hydrate. Ugh. Hydrate. I do want to make an Otome game at some point, but I don't want to make it myself. I want a couple of teammates with me to make it. Like, I can make it myself. It's just a big job. If I'm gonna make another game, I would like to make it with other people. Like, I'm pretty control-y. Technologic. Yeah, I'm pretty control-y when it comes to, like, big projects like that, but I'm willing to give up the reins if it's with someone that knows what the fuck they're doing. The problem is usually when I take on big projects like this, and it's, like, just kind of a hodgepodge labor of love, a lot of the people, they have less experience than I do, so I end up kind of taking the reins and becoming a little bossy, for lack of a better word. But that's only because I'm like, I've seen this before, I know this before, I have experience with this before, just this is gonna sound bad, but just do as I say, and I promise, just trust the process. Yeah, girl boss. Yeah, I'd get a little girl bossy about it. Alright. Yeah, I do get a little girl bossy about it. I can't picture you being bossy at all. On a group project, man. The reins are mine, they're in my hands, I'm driving. And I'm only willing to give up the reins to someone I know can handle having them. Like, I am very hesitant to let someone newer and less experienced than me try things out with a big project and a group of people at the ready, because like like I know I can do this, and I'm fairly certain that you can't. So I do get bossy. I do get pretty bossy on projects with people that like have less experience than me. I think that's the best way to put it, without making it sound like I'm a complete and total tyrant whenever I enter a big project. Group projects are where you find out who can really trust. Well, their skill level, but also their work ethic level, in a way. Harimu, darling. Hello, welcome, and good to see you. Yeah, so like, so there's a difference between your skill level for a job and then your work ethic for a job. But the problem with projects that you don't get paid for is that, like, there is a reason for someone to be less motivated than you, and it is frustrating when they aren't, you know? So I do tend to get a little bit hound doggy on everybody, be like, listen, we need XYZ before deadline B, like we need it to be at X quality, otherwise it's not gonna match anything else like this, and be like, in order to make life easier for person C, I'm gonna need person B to step up the workload, and if person B doesn't step up the workload, then person C is gonna get frustrated, and then I get frustrated, and then we're gonna be frustrated person B, and it's just like, just do as I say. Do as I say, that's it. That's it. If you have any issues, communicate them to me quickly. That way I can find solutions. And I don't feel like I'm asking for much, but when I don't get it, I'm like, am I asking for too much? When I say, just do as I say, you know? Just do as I say, just do as I say, and if you can't, let me know. Or if it's difficult, let me know quickly, instead of, like, you know, letting it get late. Sorry, there's a bug. I'm trying to swat it off. Instead of letting it get late and letting it get bad. Like, let me know now. Like, can you do this? Can you do this? You said you can, so do it. I am like winding myself up over a project that doesn't even exist yet. You see my issue. You see the problem. Alright. I'm winding myself up over a project that doesn't even exist yet. Alright, kisses on all of your foreheads. Thank you for joining. Thank you for chilling with me as I do some art. I would have liked to work on it a little bit longer, but I am happy with the sketches that we did. If I trust the person in charge knows what they're talking about, I will willingly default to just taking orders. Me too! Like, I will become, like, their little dog. I will listen to anything they say if I trust that they know what they're talking about. If I suss them out, if someone, like, tries to tell me to do something, and I suss out that they're just guessing and they don't know what they're actually doing, I will push back. I will push back. No hesitations, no ifs, ands, or about it. I will fight them for the reins on a project. Unless I don't care, unless I don't give a shit about the project. If I'm just here for the sake of being here, then I'll be like, alright, yeah, you know what? If you can't drive, I don't care. I'm just gonna let you continue to drive. But if it's a project I care about, and if it's taking orders from someone that's only kind of guessing what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing, and I suss that out, I'm taking control. I'm taking control. I will push back. I will talk back. I will take on a little bit of extra work to make sure that everything else goes smoothly for everyone else. Like, I'm not doing this just for the final product. I'm also doing this to minimize the overall stress levels across all members of the group. I just think I come off as pushy when I do that. It's like, I'm kind, but I'm not nice. I'm very kind, because I want everyone to have a good, smooth time working on the project, but I'm not nice when people don't do what they said they would. I will push back, and I come with a little bit overbearing for that. Anyway, let's go to some 𝕮𝖍𝖙 𝕽𝖚𝖙. Thank you. Thank you for stream. Thank you for coming. Here are the socials on the purple side and the green side. For the red side people, all of those same socials are down in the description below. Please be sure to check me out on Twitter, where any and all notifications go out even before the Discord, but you should still join the Discord so you can chat with me even when I am offline. I will definitely be in the Discord later today. Like, that's it. That's all I'm doing today is, like, you can definitely get me in the Discord later today. Tomorrow, I have a collab with Bitsy. We're going back on our big wop. Girdle boss babushka. Girdle boss babushka. My babushka was a freaking girdle boss. She was like the head nurse in the Soviet military. That's where I get it from. We have the same personality. My parents have seen this in action. Authority doesn't mean shit if you don't trust your judgment. Like, authority doesn't mean shit if you got there on a cheap slide, you know? Authority doesn't mean shit if the person in charge doesn't actually know what they're doing. And I will question it. I will question it. No hesitations about it. Alright, kisses on all of your foreheads. I will see you tomorrow for a big walk to the red side people and the green side people. Mwah. I'll see you when I see you, okay? Bye.